sana to another edition of Cinema Corner. As I promised, we started na watu wa cinema peke yake, but we discovered it's very difficult to actually separate cinema na theater in Kenya. Actors wana straddle here and there, directors pia. So, and again in Kenya, theater forms like the bedrock of beginnings for a lot of people in TV and film. And today we are privileged to talk to a thespian, an actor, a theater director, a founder of a film festival and a theater festival. Actually, I think the first international theater festival in Kenya, KITFEST, which is now, I think, celebrating the 6th year. Yes, so he also is doing some interesting things in the Kenya National Theatre currently, and we are privileged to have him today. He's also a scholar in Matters Theatre and has also organized many theatre conferences, and he'll be telling us about the next one. So, karibu sana, Kevo.
Asante sana.
Yes, kwanza watu wanakujuanga tu na majina hizi za mtaani. Maybe you'll start by telling them what are your full names.
Yes. So first of all, I want to thank you for getting me this opportunity and featuring me on your channel. I think a lot of great people have been here before, and I'm honored to sit to be the next person sitting here. So it is an honor. Yes, my name is Kimani Kahuro. I'm a 32-year-old or young thespian trying to make a change to influence a few things in the theater industry in a small way, but eventually, hopefully, things will be bigger in the near future.
Yeah, so before you became this 32-year-old Kevin Kimani Kahuro,
Yes.
I'm sure there's a time you used to run in the village wearing nothing but a big smile on your face.
Yes.
And the grace of God. Tuambie ulianzia wapi, home ni wapi, and what were the circumstances when you were growing up, and was theater any feature around that time?
Oh, interesting. So nimezaliwa Limuru. My dad is from Limuru, my mom is from Kiambu, Dumberi. I studied in Limuru up to class 8. I then went to Kiambu. I didn't pass class 8, so nikaenda day school Kiambu, and then in form 2 third term nikapata opportunity ya kwenda high school Komodhai Boys. So in those years, I think I started developing love for theater. I used to take part in church theater, church drama, in small ways. Nikaenda high school, nikaanza kuenda drama festival, music festival, although hatukuwa tunaenda mbali. Actually, the farthest I went with drama, I think, was zonals.
At least when it was
zonals.
Nationals, yes.
So that love was there. I think vile nilienda Komodhai, I became patron. No, not patron, chairman.
Karibu nishangae.
Nikakuwa chairman wa drama. Tukasukuma form 3 and form 4. We didn't go far, but the passion was there. But an interesting story, ni time nilienda day school. Sasa kwa shosho ya kina mamangu, there is a church tuliact na wao ya ACK. So I acted, I was featured there. Tulienda hadi nationals. But sasa time ya kwenda nationals, nikakatazwa. So hii time ilikuwa tuko holiday. Sasa siwezi enda national na madhe na kinaguka wamekataa. Juu sisomi na focus sana na drama. So they want to cut it off. So nilifanya kitu interesting. So niliact, I went, nikapigia madhe. Nilienda Limuru town, nikapigia madhe. Nikamwambia huyu ni mwalimu wa kina Kevin anatakikana shule kesho na kesho kutwa. So nimepiga simu kumuombea ruhusa.
tuseme sasa hapo ulikuwa you took the role.
Yes, I took
Literally.
the role, yes. So I called my mom akaniruhusu nikaenda kwa shosho ndio niende shule. Apparently siku nafika tu hivi mimi nilikuwa nangojewa, watu walikuwa na travel usiku. So nikafika kama tumetravel, tukaenda tukaperform na huku Mbere. That I was in form 1. So I think that is the farthest nikiwa high school I went. And then after that nikaingia KU. When we went to KU, we started the drama festival. Of course, you were part of that.
Wacha nikurudishe nyuma kidogo. You started by, umetuambia haukupass in primary school. So I'm trying to get the connection between haukupass primary school and then ndo wewe umeingia university. So I'm assuming that you got serious with masomo.
Yes. To be precise, I scored 240 out of 500.
In primary school?
Yes. So I had half. Below half. I was below average. So I had to go to a day school. So I went to a day school inaitwa Riara Secondary. So I went there. I used to be number 1, number 2. Kwa watu tulikuwa tuna challenge. So I didn't pass because I was not bright. Because I was very playish. Sikuwa nasoma. Saa tu watu wakibeba books nilikuwa nabeba ball.
Wewe ni wale watu walikuwa wasema ulikuwa unaweka kioo kwa chini ya kiti ya mwalimu.
To be, yeah, sort of naughty, unajua all that. So reality hit me. Na kwa ploti tulikuwa 3 candidates. So mmoja alikuwa na 350 akaenda Kijabe, mwingine alikuwa na 308 akaenda Kamboi Girls. Mimi hapo nikanyenyekea kwenda Day school. So the turning point was the parent of these 2. I was sent to the house of one of them and I found the 2 parents parking. And they challenged me. They knew I didn't pass. They knew I hadn't got a school. So they started mocking me.
Oh.
So it hit me. And then I said, hawatanishinda tena. So I used to become number 2, number 3 with a C+ or C plane. So I told my mom from 2 second term, I need a new challenge. I actually wrote her a letter. So she took it very seriously.
In English?
Yes.
Okay.
She took it very seriously. Alienda kuhustle. And in a holiday, I was transferred. So from there, nimetoka huku na C plane, C+. Nimeenda huku still scoring the same grade. My first exam, position I think 20. Form 3 first term, the same place. Still trying to adapt. Cause nilipata, mali nilitoka, tulikuwa tunamalizia book 1. All subjects. Mali nilienda nilipata wakimaliza book 2. So I was behind with the whole book. So I was trying to recoup. So by the time na recoup from 3 second term, I scored a B plane. And then ni mocks ama ni index exam. From 3 third term, I scored an A-. So the entire form 4, I was playing with position 3, playing B+, B+. So eventually, KCSE I scored a B+. So that's now how I ended up in campus.
I'm imagining you, because all of us like went through a process of selecting schools and selecting courses in Form 4. What were your choices when you wanted to go to campus?
I normally try to trace my interest for university, sipatangi. But what I remember is that after I finished, when we were just about to finish, there are people who used to come to school and talk to us about campus. So that's where I traced my interest in campus. So I wanted to do actuarial science, and I was serious because I was very good in maths. But then we used to stay 2 years before joining Campo. I joined acting immediately. Like I finished school on Tuesday. We went home on Tuesday. On Friday, I was given permission to come here at the National Theatre and audition by my mom. I think from Form 1, vile alijua game nilimchezea, she came to know that I love art. So luckily I came for 2 auditions, nikachukuliwa na Jicho 4. So before 2 years joining campus, I was in Jicho 4 and performing. So I had developed that and I was sure what I wanted. So time ya revision ilifika, I had even applied for actuarial science para vile nilipata sifikishi that time. Actuarial science you had to get an A-,
Yes.
or an A-, so for you to do that. So I applied para, but I was never selected. So time ya revision ya courses ikafika, apparently KU had started, it was called creative arts when I was selecting the course as creative arts. So I knew what I wanted, and watu wenye tulikuwa tumeenda nao revision walikuwa wananiambia mbona unajiwaste na course haijulikani, but I told them I know what I'm going for. So by that time I had made a decision, this is what I want to pursue. Luckily when I was getting now the admission letter, it was film and theatre arts. It had moved from creative arts to film and theatre arts.
Okay. Let me just push you back kidogo. That period that you were with Jicho 4, who by that time ni nani alikuwa nini? Ilikuwa who was leading Jicho 4? Who are these people that you were acting with? What were you doing? Set books or what?
Yes, we were doing set books. The owner actually by that time he was still in Kenya, Odak. I got an opportunity to mingle with some of the best artists today. Akina Jalango. We used to, though we didn't perform together, time yenye nakuja rehearsals ndio the first time when we were starting rehearsals, I think it's the first time they also got an opportunity to go to Papa. So I came in, we rehearsed together kidogo, but he went to Papa, he didn't travel. But I was with Peterson Gadhambo. He's well known. He did this Gumbaru show as the teacher. He's in
I think he was in those Spielwork shows.
Yes.
I think sijui kama ilikuwa Jane and Abel ama ilikuwa which one now. But he's been in very many shows, including many movies in Inoro.
Yes. Right now even he has, I think he features in one of the top series in Inoro. So I got that opportunity to work with these people. And what really also made a difference is that, remember I'm 18 years, just finished school, I'm fresh. It is after post-election violence, we are traveling. And everyone who we are traveling with, all the men are drunkards. So after show, unajua wasanii, they go take a beer, nini. So the next day some people are struggling and all that. So I was never influenced for that. I've never gone for that line. So I was spotted. And immediately after the first term, I was promoted to be the stage manager. So at this young age, I've been given a huge responsibility, the youngest person managing everyone else. So I think that was a turning point and a good mentorship for me. So I had taken that responsibility, known how theatre is working. We've gone out for 60 days. We are more with all these people who are older than me. I'm managing them. So it really intrigued me. Performing for people, they love you. You know, theatre gives you instant feedback, and you're able to know whether you're doing a good job or not. So you get this instant feedback and you feel, yeah, this is the place I want to be.
I'm curious at this point, after this like theatre experience, what attracted you? Was there money to start with?
Of course, yes.
Or was it good money?
Good money, absolutely.
By the standards of those times or even now?
I think by the fact that I was 18, I had no expenditure, and the first term I was being paid 600 a day. It was a huge amount of money. Like, I have nothing. I'm traveling. Jicho 4 is paying for my accommodation. The roles I was acting ni roles za kukula. So by the time inafika jioni, uko njaa. So you have 600, like you have nothing to spend. You get, so because my mom had struggled a lot in my education, so I used to like chota her the money. And then you see immediately now I'm earning 600. Second time I've been promoted, so my contract has changed. I'm now earning double
as an actor and stage manager.
Yes. I'm now earning 1,200 a day, and we're going for like 60 days. That's like 60K back then. That's a lot of money. I'm 18 years old. Like I even bought a phone that had a TV.
Those
zile za China, basi ilikuwa mpaka na aerial.
Ulikuwa umeomoka.
Maze. So you see, I've tasted money young, I've tasted responsibility young, and all these things zilinijenga.
And you still wanted to go back to campus even after all this?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now after learning all this and even getting all these responsibilities, why did you choose to go and study theater?
Because I was passionate. I think I had appreciated the failure ya KCPE. Ilinishow, man, failure is never part of you. Therefore, if you have an opportunity to study, study and be somebody. Study to improve yourself. I've always, life is a motion, and if you stop, then everything about you stops. So I had to go and study to further my knowledge, increase what I have. Again, I've always wanted to do more. No, not settling where you are. Yeah.
And now let's move to the next part. Now you've joined KU, Film and Theatre Arts.
Yes.
Apart from now theatre, you also have film.
Yes.
And you've said that you wanted to improve yourself. You wanted to add, meat to what you already knew about theatre. Were you able to achieve that in KU, and what experiences were you able to get in KU?
Absolutely. I will say absolutely. Back then we used to complain that KU didn't have a lot of resources to teach you. Like, we never had an auditorium where we learned actual theatre. It's just a hall with a stage. We were learning film with handycams, Panasonics, all those challenges. We used to complain. But I learned a lot. There is a lecturer who taught us, when you don't have a tripod, it improves your handheld skills. So again, what she taught us was looking for opportunities when there are challenges.
Innovation.
Be innovative, exactly. So that, I think KU built me. I am whom I am today because of KU. I normally say, if I didn't go to university, I wouldn't be the same person. I'll be the same, coming here looking for set book opportunities and going home, settling for 60,000 after 3 months, But now KU gave me education. It gave me understanding of what I was doing on stage. Gave me opportunity to know people who have preceded, to know what I'm doing, I'm getting lines and going and saying them on stage. There are people who have done it. There are people who have studied the art of doing it, and then now it gives you more information. And then in campus, you get to meet other people with different perspectives, brilliant minds. People you sit down together, think of what to do, innovate something, start a film festival that you like you said. We started Filamu in KU, Filamu International. It was Filamu International Student Festival. University gave me, you meet lecturers who become your mentors. You meet people who expose you to other things. University is a different ball game altogether. I'll say, if I look at myself before I went to campus and after campus, totally different.
Well, you mentioned that in campus is where you encountered and started engaging in drama festivals, and you started the drama troupe.
Yes.
With Biko.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us about that and how it now has driven you to where you are right now.
Yes. So actually, this is an interesting story, and I get to tell it first time on camera. I've tried drama in high school. I've not gone anywhere. We go to KU first year. We join in September, and then in January we find people rehearsing, and they are psyched. And I tell my Akina Biko, manze, we should join this thing. Biko is fresh. He has just come first semester in January. So we join, and we start drama. We find Akina Derek. We meet all this now. Everyone is there. So we're doing drama. We've rehearsed. People have done dances. Like, we're going to Kisumu. Everyone is ready. Items are hot. A play has come. We've not felt the gist. We've said, no, we can't work with this. We are university. We need something bigger. Another director, another play all together. Masika, Job
Masika.
Yes, comes with this play. We rehearse. And then all of a sudden, pop, 2 days to kwenda Kisumu, no budgets.
Now all this time nani alikuwa initiate all that?
There's somebody who has initiated, I won't say who. So it has been initiated, we've been rehearsing, and then pop, everything fails. People part. And we say, me, I say I'll go to Kisumu. I got my uncle. I've never gone to nationals. So I say, no, this time I'm going to nationals. I'm going to see how nationals are. So this is 2010. We go to Kisumu. I'm carried with Thogoto TTC's bus. My uncle is doing the backdrops. He tells me, let's pop in, let's go.
Chara.
We go, Chara, yes. So we go. So I enjoy the feeling. I say, this is amazing. You know, I see a totally different thing. I've been to set books, I've worked with G4, but I've not seen this vibe. This vibe is really great. So we come back to Mefunga. We come back in September. We meet now. We call like a group of 20 people who are frustrated, who rehearsed and all this time but say this thing didn't go the right direction. So a few classmates of ours, so we are electing posts. I want to go for organizing secretary. A girl calls me, she was my classmate Sylvia. Akaniambia pana, siende hiyo. Kojea, endea chairman. Like that, and that is how it happened. And then after elections, Biko is elected now organizing secretary, I take chairman. So that's how now I took charge of the drama festival.
This is 2011 now.
Now this is 2011. No, we're still in 2010. Si drama ni January.
Sasa tuko September.
Tumemaliza tuko September. So we say now this one seriously next year we have to go. We have to go. We go to the chairman, we start moving things, we write budgets in good time, approvals come. This is now January of 2011. Ndio sisi hao tumeanza rehearsal. Hakuna watu. Because watu walikuja wakarihas na kwenda Kisumu.
Halafu wakakunywa maji last minute. So people are saying, unatuita the same cycle. We are not coming. So we have a budget of 64 people. Has been approved, but hakuna. Mtu mwenye tumepata wa kututrainia dance ni Blasto. Ana train dance ya music festival, not drama festival. And I think that's the point you came in. I think I came in 2012. That's when the dance was, because in 2011 I think Nili ilikuwa Nairobi.
Yes.
The one we had a play that was published kwa gazeti. Hatutasema ni gani.
So 2011 we struggled with all these items because we only a few people who are passionate. We are less than 30.
Umenikumbusha ile choral verse ilikuwa.
Yes. We are less than 30. We say tumepiga tizi kila kitu, but we can only do much. So kuna hii verse tumepigia tizi Bon Looks
kirada.
Ame direct hapo comedy nini. Kuna huyu jamaa wetu beshte moja Osoro. Is one of the best. Anashika. So that day mimi nilijua hii kitu pengine. Mimi nikawapanga wakaingia stage, nikaenda nikakaa backstage. Lenana nikakaa backstage. Mazee verse iko katikati. Nikasikia kila mtu amepiga nduru kwa hall.
Lines zimepotea.
Sasa so mimi sikujua, nikashindwa, kwani hiyo verse yetu ilikuwa kali aje watu wanapiga nduru na haijaisha. So I come to find out later what happened. Kuna hii pattern. Watu wamepiga verse pattern, wameenda front stage. Jamaa amepiga verse ako passionate, amesahau walikuwa na move backstage. So kila mtu mwingine amemove backstage, amebaki peke yake. Anapiga tana, naona wenzangu wako backstage.
Katoka
mbio. Akaenda backstage. So and because all our other items were not good, no guys laughed at us. So it was ni celebration ya kuchekwa. Because your items are down.
Actually play hata ilipublishwa kwa gazeti because watu waliingia na miniskirts.
Tulienda stage, somebody wrote we went to stage naked. And we even went back to KU and planned, mse tunafaa tumrarue mbaya sana na tuchomea aje.
Jojo Rido, welcome to Cinema Corner.
Anatuchomea aje. That time we didn't know Rido. So said it's okay, it was a good humble beginning. We learned our mistakes. We now went for people who are good. We came for you. You helped us with the dance. The following year, 2012, we scooped everything.
By the way, to leave.
Yes.
Sweep bana.
We were the first university kwenda State House.
Yeah, with
Judge Konokono.
Judge Konokono. Pitson, incoming senator Embu County.
Yes.
Karibu sana Cinema Corner. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it was a good story.
Yes.
2013.
Yes.
In Mombasa, we also did
yes.
Marvelous.
Yes.
With people like Ndisho.
Yes.
He's now in America.
Yes. Actually, Ndisho came to help us. Kama si Ndisho hiyo 2011. Play yetu bado ingekuwa story tofauti.
Ingekuwa mbaya zaidi.
Ingekuwa mbaya zaidi.
Nakumbuka Ngofia by the way, hiyo play ilikuwa
briefcase. Sitaisahau.
Nakumbuka ilikuwa briefcase. Nakumbuka ilikuwa na kizungumzi.
Nakumbuka briefcase. Sai watu wamemove Ngobia ni chairman KCA.
Maze?
Yeah. Humble beginnings.
Yes. And grand futures.
Yes. Absolutely.
Anyway, at this point I want us to take a short break. Just a short break, and then when we come back now we'll go into now the theater industry.
Yes.
We've dealt with the beginnings, happy ones, and big up to watu wote wa KU. Big up to watu wote wa KU. Akina Paulo, nakumbuka Paulo alikuwa anajikuna kwa hiyo play.
Dramist, nakumbuka dramist. Jobu, dramist. Alipiga drums play kianza kila mtu karibu aepe kwao.
Anyway, we'll take a short break at this point. Hapo ndo tulikuwa tumeachia and we were having a good laugh about good old days. Yeah. Osoro, we remember you. Waridi,
yes.
Paulo. Nakumbuka kumbuka hiyo play ya Ngofia sijui plethora of vermins. Anyway, yes. Welcome back. We are continuing with this conversation, and now we want to talk about the theater industry. Because that's the line you took, and I think all of us have acknowledged the Kevoni mtu wa theater. So after you left campus, what was your dalliance with the theater industry? How did you find the theater industry? Did it accept you now after kupitia what you went through in theater? Ama walikusukuma nje, and how was your interaction with the theater industry?
I think part of my decision to stick to theater was from Drama Festival in 2013. After the festival, I think if you ask me, I felt 2013 we were more prepared than even 2012. But the results were not forthcoming. And therefore I asked myself very many questions. Why? Why? Because it's only your dance that was position 1 in Coast. So I asked myself very many questions. I had gone with the expectation, again, we are going to defend the same way we did in 2012, and we had prepared. So I felt there needs to be a bigger stage. Yes, Drama Festival is good, but there needs to be a bigger platform. Now where these people, if you're studying theater and you've done a play that you feel is conforming to Akina, all those people, Akina Brecht, you've done something on Stanislavski, yes, you think you've done something, and then an adjudicator tells haifiki. But ukirudi hata uangalie notes na uende ustudy, unaona hapana, kuna kitu. So that was motivation. That was, I think, first motivation. That is when I started thinking about KITFEST. But again, this is 2013, we are finishing Campo degree, and I asked myself, I've studied theater and film. Of the two industries, which one has opportunities? I think that was the first question I asked myself. Which one has opportunities? I saw theater is untapped. If you look in film, there is government structures, kuna Kenya Film Commission, Kenya Film Classification Board, all these unions with artists, producers, actors guild, the writers guild, very many well structured.
Na watu wengi wajua kali pia.
Yes. And then you look at theater, haiko sana vibrant. So I saw there could be an opportunity there. So that's how I decided to go into theater. But still, I was practicing film because I opened a company, same 2013, called Glamorous. And I got now, because I say I have a skill in film. In the Campo life, I was going to weddings, na shoot. unajua unapata tu pesa, unaeditia, unapiga picha, you know, that way I used to hustle. So that company still exists till today, but I saw a bigger opportunity, a bigger career in theater, unlike film. So that's how I ended up in theater. I started with this idea. KITFEST has come. I asked myself very many questions. For me to go and knock doors as just a graduate, there are very many graduates. So I decided for me to be a bit higher, I need to start my master's, so that even when I'm going to meetings, I say I'm doing my master's. You get? So that's how then I decided to join master's immediately. Luckily, you guys, we all decided to do, me, you, and Utica. So we were a group, at least we were psyched. I was not alone. So that helped a lot. So that's how then again the scholarly thing is now continuing. So I can't just make it in the theater with the degree alone. A lot of people have it. I need another thing. So that's how I decided to do my master's. I started KITFEST, knocking doors. I think had experience. We had started a festival as 4 people, Filamu. Very good idea. First student festival, film festival in Africa, but it didn't work.
The first one was actually very good.
We even hosted the gala at Silver Springs, 5-star hotel.
Very nice cocktails.
Yes, paid by Kenya Film Commission.
Yeah, I remember then I think he was deputy CEO Asiago.
Yes, yes. Again, the second year we hustled. The second year we went to Laiko. Gala. See, this is something we're doing as students. We had a great future with Filamu. Great future. But since we are young people, you know, lazima tutafute rent, chakula. We didn't have that concrete vision to put us together and to work. So we failed. I will say we failed in maintaining Filamu, because by now Filamu should be a huge festival, because it had a lot of potential. The first year, and we were supported by government, meant a lot. So that thing kept on, it made me ask myself very many questions. And when I have this festival, how then do I want to structure it? So I went in campus again. I had met people, I had mentors who are sending me to, you know, to meetings. I go meet people at British Council, I go meet people, you know, I was doing other things, just, you see. And why I was doing that is because I had tasted money before I joined campus. And therefore, most of the time, I wanted to go out there and look for money. So I had mentors, people who are sending me to places. Meet this person, meet this person.
Hiyo chumvi ya pesa
unajua ilikuwa inanikeep, siwezi kutuka kampo ati nisome, hapana. So hata mabeshto wangu walikuwa wananiambia nanuka taya, because every time I was on the road. So that thing. So I was thinking of the structure of the festival, and I saw this time, for the festival to be successful, I won't put people who we are on the same level. I will at least have people in the industry who have done something and who can guide me. So I went for a guy who was in British Council. Unfortunately, when I went to him, he had just resigned, so he was from outside. I went for Professor Mugubi, now it was then Dr. Mugubi. I went for other people who now then I started this idea. They helped me shape the idea a lot. But from 2013, the first edition of the festival was done in 2016.
3 years.
3 years. It took 3 years to make it happen. And still it happened in a small way, as a 2-day festival. And again, a lot of things to learn, you know, a lot of mistakes here and there, a lot of, you know, freshness. There is nobody you can go to tell you how do you run a theater festival. So we invite this team from Ethiopia. The embassy comes from Ethiopia. The embassy comes in, pays their air ticket. You know, these people are coming for 7-day festival. Na hatuna 7-day festival.
Ilikuwa siku mbili.
Tuko na 2-day festival. So they were the only main performance. So Murungu came in with Braiban He was at Dryburn, yes. Performed Dryburn. I had a dance from KU, a class from, I think it was from Suki, dance class. They performed. The second day, these Ethiopians performed alone because there was no other item. A few people we had talked to, we didn't have money to pay them. You get? So the National Theatre gave me a discount because it was on a Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's how we did the festival. So the rest of the 4 days, tulikuwa tunawapeleka KU, tunawapeleka place wanaongea. Actually, the first day was a mess. These are people employed by government. Ethiopian theatre is very, very good. They're government employees. They've even come with senior government officers to tell us about theatre in Ethiopia and how it is.
And they want to listen to people from Kenya to tell them how.
Yes.
I can imagine.
And then, the worst thing is, the accommodation, it is at KU. Na wamepelekwa kwa hostel.
Wapinyayo ama walipelekwa Ruwenzo?
Hii hapa ofisi ya nini mali ilikuwa ina hapa nyuma ya uwanja.
Oh, music, hapo music.
Usambara. Yes, Usambara. So these guys go and see, and then you see their reaction, and then you see no. So the next day, we had to work very hard with Ngobia. We went and rented an apartment at Garden Estate. So we took a whole house that accommodated them, and at least they were comfortable. We got somebody to cook for them. At least we told them, now this is kushikilia, and then tomorrow we are moving you guys, because they were like, no, you guys, we are very senior people, yeah. We are fully paid by government. We are actors of the national government. You know, they didn't tell me, but I saw it. Where are you taking me?
Kwanza uliwapeleka hostel yenye iko na kunguni.
Imagine. Imagine.
So who actually, where did you get the money to transfer them from the hostels?
I had to get my own money. Actually, that festival I used over 150,000. Luckily, using my glamorous company, I got paid the day when the festival was starting. I got paid 100K. Yote iliisha hiyo siku. Because I had to pay KNT. I think I paid KNT 40K. I had to see what to do, logistics, and then accommodating those people for 6 nights and cooking for them.
Where?